this is your mother.
Are you there? Are you coming home? Many of you guys have seen those videos on TikTok and you know that they're creepy AF. A lot of people share their creepy experiences. I personally don't like looking at videos with that audio. Dude, I hate that sound. I'm not even gonna lie. It's so creepy. It gets me thinking, especially because I believe in signs a lot. There's a lot of people that received signs and then they went through a near-death life experience. Starting with this one. Look, this one says, when my brother developed seizures at 19, he was a freshman in college. My mom said he could stay in college if his friends kept an eye on Dan. A week later, he died. Years later, my mom's favorite band comes out with an album after 30 years of no new music. And one of the songs was Keep an Eye on Dan. And some of these videos or pictures, whatever people upload, some of them are not necessarily scary. They're just like kind of sad. Oh my god, that's so sad that he actually passed away. And that the name of the album was Keep an Eye on Dan. That's crazy. This one says, one of many scary things that's happened to my family. And then there's this picture of a head. It looks like the head from the book Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that book, but I've read all of them. Yeah, I think all of them, and I love those books. They were creepy. She wrote a really long caption and it says, both my parents always sat at night with my siblings and would tell us scary things that they've encountered growing up. This story happened to my mom's side of the family. Both of my parents are from Oaxaca, Mexico, where the story takes place. I remember one day my siblings and I were outside at night with my parents when my mom told us about an incident that happened to my grandparents. There was a legend in Oaxaca, Mexico, where people claimed to have seen a head roll over at night. Dude, I've never heard of that. That's crazy. My grandpa didn't believe it. He claimed there were stories and legends. They didn't live in the city. They had a small house up in the mountains, barely any homes, no electricity or bathrooms, no flooring or real walls, no roof. They were very poor. My grandma had a baby boy. They were happy. Their family was growing. One night, they were getting ready for bed. They had just put the baby to sleep. And both of my grandparents had fallen in a deep sleep. My grandma remembers hearing a thud, and she witnessed a terrifying head roll out of their home. When she got up, her first thought was the baby. She told my grandpa that No mames. She told my grandpa that their boy was gone. His tongue was ripped out and his mouth was dried. She saw some blood around his mouth, but it was dried and he was purple. My grandpa took a look and ran out, hoping he would find whatever it was that did that to their baby. It was gone. Nowhere in sight. My grandma remembers vividly the head rolling away and the terrifying face it had. My mom lost many siblings growing up. She was one of 9. All but 4 passed at a young age. She had so many sad and horror stories. I remember my siblings and I were scared to go to bed. We never liked the sleeping part after every scary story, but we loved listening to them. Dude, that's all of us here. I feel like nos encanta el pedo. And then sometimes at night, we'd be getting scared. A veces me dan nervios, like when it's so dark and I scream. But then I just remember I'm a princess and God has my back and I'm fine. When I was 10, I had a dream I was in a cemetery and met a boy my age. A few weeks later, I had a dream I was in the cemetery again. And the boy said, "You're back." Okay, dude, that one is short, but it's creepy as fuck. Because Está súper raro having dreams with the same people. No fucking way, dude. I'm reading the comment section and it says, I had a dream about someone and I felt like I knew them and I asked them their name. After I woke up, I looked him up and found his obituary. In real life, I never met him to my knowledge, but in my dream, he felt like a best friend. And then someone said, okay, that's crazy. How old was he? And she said, we were the same age, 25. He died like 3 months prior to the dream, but he seemed happy and comfortable in the dream. I know, mames, this is giving me dream guy vibes. There's another comment that says, I used to dream about this couple that I would have dinner with and talk about my life, and every time I saw them, they were older. And then the last time they had a baby. What? This guy had life updates and everything. Sometimes I think that when we dream, it's another life that we have, dude. I've thought about that. Por eso hasta a veces cuando estoy bien cansada y estoy hasta la madre, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to dream. A mother's intuition is real. My grandmother was scared awake by someone standing at the foot of her bed in the morning of August 28th. It's almost August 28th, 2018. She screamed for me and then pulled the covers over her head. When she took the covers off, the person disappeared. When I didn't run to her side after she screamed, she knew something was wrong and came running to my bedroom. She found me completely unresponsive. I wasn't breathing and my heart had stopped. She immediately called 911 and proceeded to pull me off my bed onto the floor to do CPR on me. She broke 3 ribs performing CPR on me until EMS arrived. Despite being on life support for a week, I survived with minimal brain damage. Doctors told her if she had found me 2 minutes later, I would have not survived. No, dude. I'm speechless. This is why I believe in God and in so many things, because this is crazy. This picture is from when I broke my nose, but I just realized this. Bro, do you see that in the back? Oh my god, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Look at the mirror in the back. No mames, no. I don't even want to see it, dude. Why does she look so creepy? Why does it look like if the mirror is staring at her? She probably has a mirror in front of her because that's the only way that could happen. This girl wrote so much in the caption, and in the picture it says, why did you and your family move out of the farmhouse? Y después sale esta photo with like, what is that? Looks like coyotes with long legs. Oh my god, stop, because I'm gonna be scared right now since there's so many coyotes outside my house. Dude, I'm scared. I'm scared to see a coyote like that now. In 2022, me and my family lived in a farmhouse. I had a younger sister who was 10 and named Mia, and a dog named Ashley. We had to share a room since the farmhouse was pretty little. We were still very grateful. My parents went to go do some work at the farm while me and Mia stayed at our room and settled our things. When we finished, we went outside carrying the cardboard boxes our things were in. We walked and saw a cornfield filled with super long corn plants, and I got a strange feeling from it. But we just walked and put the boxes in the moving truck. We said bye to Ashley since we had to leave her outside by the farm. It was now 10:06 p.m. and Mia proceeded to tell me how she thought I was startled by the cornfield. I just stared at her and said, everything's okay, I just thought it was very pretty. And she just stared at me weirdly and went to bed. I couldn't sleep, and there was a window next to me, which was exactly where the cornfield was. I stared at it, getting chills down my spine. I realized it was too late and had to sleep. I had to help out my parents with the farm either way. I got my favorite childhood plushie and slept with it. I randomly woke up exactly at 2:55 a.m. And as soon as I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at the cornfield. I then heard a weird noise, a tapping sound. But then I realized Ashley, my dog, was just pressing her nose against my window. I laughed silently and decided to go sneak outside. I saw my dog by my bedroom window staring at the cornfield. I then saw my dog Ashley running towards the cornfield, almost like if something had called her to go over there. I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt with no shoes on. But I still went running to go get my dog. I got distracted by a cricket noise in the distance. And when I looked back at my dog, she was gone. I then heard whining, but I got scared because a corn plant fell and I went running inside. I went straight to my room and I thought to myself, am I dreaming? Is this just a bad dream? I then remember waking up about 7:36 a.m. and my whole family realized Ashley was missing. I started tearing up and my sister just hugged me. Little did they know I was crying of guilt. Ever since I've lived in the farmhouse, I still look at the cornfield wondering, who took my dog? Is she even alive? What called me outside? That's so creepy. I feel so bad for the dog. Yo creo se lo comió un pinche skinwalker or something. That's so sad, dude. And I love dogs so much. January 13, 2021, my dad passed away from COVID. That's so sad, dude. I will forever hate that so many people passed away because of COVID. One of Adan's tias passed away and it was so sad. That's why I fucking hate when people were Karens and they were like, COVID, what is that? Like, dude, you fucking insensitive bitch. It's so sad, dude. I fucking hate that that happened. Anyway, it says, my dad passed away from COVID. Next slide says, I was having a particularly hard grief week. My sister and I decided to go thrifting, and I told her I wanted to find a vintage Fossil brand purse. My dad loved to thrift and finding a good deal. I ended up finding the cutest vintage Fossil brand purse, and I looked inside of it. This was what I found. It says, when you read this, you will be far from me. Oh my God, no, I feel like crying already. When you read this, you will be far from me. In miles, but not in heart. I'm here, I love you. Oh, that's so cute. And then the last slide says, your loved ones are with you everywhere. That's so sad, I don't want to cry. Touring the Stanley Hotel. The caption says, yeah, the Stanley Hotel is definitely haunted. Mr. Stanley, is that you? Okay, second slide says going through the underground tunnels. Then it says casually taking photos. That looks creepy. That kind of reminds me of the Winchester House porque mire unas carretas así. I need to go again and do a video, dude. The Winchester House was so iconic. Oh my God, what is that? Wondering what happened to my camera? Looking back at the other photos and seeing this man. Wait, what man? I'm dead. I thought that was El Espanto and it was her. She looks creepy there. Like, was that not part of it? That looks like a prop. Dude, that's crazy if that really wasn't there. What the fuck? Dude, this one is crazy. It says, what if phobias are how we died in our past life? And the reason we're scared to try them is because our brain knows how we died. Ain't that something to think about? And me, my phobias are birds. Well, feathers. And dude, I'm not gonna lie, I recognize that birds are beautiful. Like when I see them de lejitos, I baby them because I love animals. But I am so scared of feathers because I got attacked by a pigeon. But then I feel bad for them, dude, pobrecitos. Todos les hacen el feo. A los pigeons y a las ratas y me da lástima. And to the possums too. I think they're so cute. Dude, people are so mean. Like, how can you hate on an animal? That ticks me off. Like, they're just trying to survive. But anyways, I have a phobia of feathers and throw up. What if I choked on my throw up in my other life? That would be crazy. Because there's a lot of people that die like that. I think Jimi Hendrix passed away like that. I don't know if I'm wrong. My dad passed away in 2016. The night after he died, I had snuck out to sleep over at my best friend's house. I dreamt he was getting into a plane to leave. and he turned around and said to me, "Don't lie to mom." Oh my god, dude, these videos are crazy. You see why I don't like to look at these videos? I skip them most of the time because they just get me thinking. Like, some of them can be kind of triggering too. In August 2013, my high school sweetheart and I were submitting Long's Peak when he tragically fell 100 feet and passed away. I went to a medium that year and she said, "What's with the ladybugs?" He is telling me there is something about ladybugs. They started showing up at super important times and still do. November 21st, 2023, right before my son was born. Bro, there was a ladybug in the hospital room. He was there. Oh my god. The fact that he's happy for her, that she's having her first son, that's true love right there, because I would have been pressed. I would have been like, ¿Y este está teniendo una hija con otra? So, dude, oh my god, that's so sweet. I love that. The top comment is, "Did your partner take the video of the ladybug in the hospital? If so, it makes it even sweeter." And she said yes. I feel like crying. Oh, dude, I'm gonna cry. He's probably happy that she found a good partner. No, dude, these stories, like, they could make me cry. This is why I skip them. My ex suddenly passed in 2017. Bruh, I'm gonna cry with all of these. Next slide says, "I went into a random bookstore and was looking through this calendar book with quotes for each day of the year. I checked his birthday and it says, 'If you are waiting for a sign, this is it.'" Alright guys, this is it for today's video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you can get notified for the next time I post. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!